My name's Daniel. I'm 14 years old. I burnt Chrissy up in the first round, and the rest of you are going to be left eating my dust.
Oh,
my name's Daniel. I'm 14 years old. I burnt Chrissy up in the first round. I left you going to be eating my dust.
My name's Daniel, and that was nearly 36 years ago.
We did it. We're going to do a live stream. It's finally happened.
Yep. Actually, here to podcast this week.
Yeah, we are.
Have been so far behind on absolutely everything. It's not even funny. But give me one moment to actually alert the world that we are live, or at least our Discord. Talk amongst yourselves.
I was just showing Dan's
Burn
face.
Chrissy up in the first round. All that.
Yeah. She's still upset about it.
She is. One day, I've got to update some footage.
She will exact her vengeance.
Trying to use some AI upscaling on some TV broadcast footage that I may have found on YouTube to see if we can get a better quality version.
Oh, good,
of, burning
because
Chrissy
that'll
up in
help.
the first round. BRB UK is live.
Oh.
Come say hi.
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 Not you. You're already here. And you.
What?
Well, you know, don't tell us to come say hi. You don't want us to come say hi.
Reading out loud. I'm writing out loud.
Middle-age emailing.
Ding 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 ding. Okay. We've not done one of these for a while.
I never
It's all
realised
my
how
fault.
chuffing 90s the backing music for that was. Well, obviously it was in the mid-90s, so what are you going to do?
I don't know. It sounds. It almost sounds late 90s. I could see that in a fight scene of in the Matrix. Like as they're going down the corridor, the guns are firing off. It'd be like It's not it's not a million miles off what they use.
That's true.
Yeah. Let's do a quick check of the old.
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh, good. It's working.
It's working. Are we all recording locally? Because I know I'm not.
I'm not.
I am now.
I am now.
Me 3.
E3? No, they cancelled that, Dan. Ding 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 ding. It's like a bassier version of Punjabi
I was
MC.
kind of hoping Tim was going to go that wah bit, just
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do. Listen to it. I expect a live a cappella rendition next time.
Carry on expecting.
There's a guy on YouTube who does like retrospectives on each season of Game Master, and he'll go through each episode and stuff and talk over it and take the mick and do funny cuts
can I
and
just
stuff.
say that is chuffing niche content. That is niche.
It's worth watching. To be fair, I'll have to find Rick. I'll ask the man called Rick what the guy's name was, and then we should suggest to him. Have you ever heard of a Sky One game show knockoff of Games Master called Games World?
You should start with this episode.
Start with only this episode.
Yep.
On loop. I'm upset. Your episode of Games World on YouTube, it is there, but there's only half the episode, and I really want to know what happens in the second half. We don't get to see your defeat.
I was chuffing robbed. I was robbed. Yeah, no, I was robbed because I won. I think it was FIFA. I won on the first one, but they forgot to press record. Ironically. And then I had to redo it and I lost. I was not happy.
Right.
Shenanigans.
It was shenanigans. Right, let's do a show because
Is that why you don't like football,
on
Dan?
the clock.
One sec.
Is that why you don't like football? Because they robbed you?
I hate football. Yes, robbed me.
Yes. Cool. I've got the things. I've got the key. I've got the secret. We're all ready to go.
Good.
Let's
Let's go, or just let's?
Let's
Hit it.
Episode.
Perhaps you think you're being treated unfairly? No. Good. It would be unfortunate if I had to leave.
Bobby Kotick, former CEO of Activision Blizzard.
This deal is getting worse all the time.
We'll do it live.
BRB UK.
Do it live.
Worse teeth, better accents.
We'll do it live.
Hello, and indeed ahoy hoy. And if you're here for a live show, Coleman often complains about how little time he has. Yet evidently, that intro, that soundboard intro, took quite considerable effort to make. Coleman, congratulations.
Took 7 minutes.
Took 7 minutes.
7 minutes. I have a lot of the assets all ready to go, dude.
Oh, Jesus. But how long did it take you to assemble said assets?
7 minutes.
Like 7 minutes. Just
No. But to acquire the assets in the first place. How much trawling of the internet to find all the sound bites?
Well, I'd already seen the Xbox video. I've already seen Star Wars, so I kind of knew what to look for. I just had to find a news clip of Bobby Kotick, and there it was.
Wow. Okay.
Didn't take long.
Well,
You just stick it in a ripper, and off you go. I mean, a completely legal way of downloading YouTube stuff.
yes, that is what you did. I'm Dan. I'm one of the hosts. Hello. Good evening. Coleman's here, as is Tim.
Hi.
Good day, one and all. We're back after a bit of an unexpected hiatus. We're having to
Sorry.
adult got in the way. No, and me as well. I
mean, I was really ill last week, but I was the only one that was prepared to turn up, apparently. So, you know.
Prepared to turn up.
Yeah.
You heard him, Dan.
prepared. You and prepared.
The
Tim.
only dedicated member of this podcast.
Well,
Yes,
in
Tim,
the end,
if
I
you
ended
can
up
have
working
Yeah,
changes.
late,
because
so
everyone
it kind
knows
of suits me, but
Coleman's not dedicated, right?
No. Yep.
You get. Yeah, if I get stuck at work late, I can't edit the podcast, let alone live stream. So it's it's a problem. But trying to turn that around, we'll see how we go.
And if
Basically,
my work-
audience, if there's no Coleman, there's no podcast. So
Yeah,
that's how it works.
And if my work decides they want to be super American, and by super American they think it's completely reasonable to ask me to work till half 8 at night, then yes, that also happens.
Anyway, we stop
America.
moaning about real life, and we should talk about
Stop
some
moaning about
darn
video
Hey, let's
games.
moan about video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That. I was going to talk about some games that are a bit of an update, but I'm going to save that for another week because there's
We'll see
quite
how
a
we
lot.
go.
Well, no, there's quite a lot to talk about through YouTube
Yes.
and some games that I'm genuinely interested to hear a little bit about. Because the first one, Ghost of Yotei. Yotei.
I believe
was
it's
out.
Yotei.
Yotei. Is it Yotei?
Yotei.
Yotei.
Or Yoti?
Yotei.
Yoti? I think it's Yoti.
Yotei. I like this slight kind of Sloan Ranger vibe. You can put a Yotei. Like that. It's quite satisfying to say. Yotei. It's a bit like...
Tsushima.
We're wasting a lot
Anyway,
of time
Ghost of
on the
Yotei.
pronunciation.
Yeah,
of the
so
game.
this is the sequel to the equally hard to pronounce Ghost of Tsushima. Well, equally hard to pronounce for your Tim. Ghost of Tsushima. And that was 4 years ago. And it's now 4 years since the release of that, and it's time for a sequel. Now I've heard that I've seen reviews for this have been a little bit all over the place. None of them have been banned, but some of them have been kind of in the middle, going, yeah, it's kind of like more of the same had previously. And a lot of criticism for this particular revision is centered around the fact that kind of it being in the open world feels a little bit surplus to requirements, and it could have just been a much tighter linear game. So, chaps, how have you found it?
I mean, if I may start, Tim, because you got way more into Tsushima than I did. So this, I found this kind of a refreshing change from Tsushima. I know I've heard some complaints, things like the stance ability isn't if it's there at all. I don't know if it comes later,
Disco
but it's
and
less
Tango are your two stances.
lessons than Tsushima, and I know a lot of people liked that system. But sticking it in an open world, but I kind of felt in Ghost of Tsushima when the world opened up, I kind of got that the open world, what do you call it, where you get kind of overwhelmed with how much stuff there is to do. Open world bloat, I guess. But with this one, it seems it has the open world, but at the same time, it keeps you on a more narrow path if you wish to follow it, and I felt less overwhelmed by this game playing it, so I thought that was a major improvement. Personally, I can't think why major audiences aren't behind the game with the Asian female protagonist as the main character. But when compared to the previous game,
again, Coleman,
maybe a little bit, yeah. But I will say, because I'll hand it over to Tim, but I will say, when we were talking about this previously, and I was really into Assassin's Creed Shadows and saying, hey, if you like Tsushima, you'll probably like this game. And then when they announced the story of Ghost of Yoti, and it was the same setup as Assassin's Creed Shadows, I did find that very funny. And then after playing this game, I was like, it is quite similar to Assassin's Creed Shadows, even in weapon choices and things. So
I do wonder if they intended it for it to be even more like that. Because without going into spoiler territory, there is a setup in the game where you have a twin, and it seemed at one stage that they might have been either going down the route of you having the choice of which twin you took control of, possibly, and then having a different backstory to them if you did, or possibly even being a co-op game where you could play as either one of them, which I think would have been an interesting path to see this game in. Whether they backed away from that because they worried it was going to be too similar to Ubisoft's offering, I don't know. But yeah, I don't have a problem with the open world nature of this game. And that's coming from someone that wrote an article a few years ago saying how bored I was of open world games. Turns out I was just mainly bored of Ubisoft's structure of open world games. And I don't think this stuff, as you say, I don't get the same problem with the open world bloat. It may be because I love the environment and I love how beautiful and varied it is and stuff like that. But I feel that I want to occupy as much time in this world, and I'm quite happy to go off and do the side missions and do the things, and I want to spend more time in it. I do think the open world structure seems more varied than it was before, and also denser than it was before in terms of things being on top of each other. That's the only criticism, one of the only criticisms I have from the gameplay overall so far, and from the structure of the game, is that sometimes the stuff feels a little bit too close together. There was literally one mission where, and I'm sort of truncating things down for time and stuff, but literally one person's kind of saying, I abandoned my wife and child, so
I've abandoned my boy,
so I could leave them in safety. And it's like, where did you leave them? 30 seconds in that direction. And you're like, well,
nice.
How is that safe? I don't understand. But yeah, so there's a few slight incongruities and things that don't quite measure up in that sort of regard. But in terms of the structure of the world and the mission structure and stuff, I'm really enjoying it. I had really high expectations from the previous game, and this has met or exceeded those expectations. There are some changes which seem for instance, in the last one you did haiku poetry, and in this one you do paintings, and it's kind of just swapped one in for the other. And it doesn't feel massively different, but it is a little bit of a change. They put little mini games and stuff about lighting fires and cooking stuff and stuff like that wasn't in before. And then they've made a few minor changes to say combat, where you've actually got there's a disarm mechanic as well now, basically, so you can be disarmed, which you couldn't be in the previous games, and likewise you can disarm your opponents as well. And that leaves a nice little wrinkle in the game where you've got to go and reclaim your weapon and get it back, and it's just another little kind of thing that adds to the. It kind of at times feels like rock paper scissors with you have one weapon that beats another, so you just need to switch that weapon to get on top of your opponents, whereas the disarming thing adds another kind of level to that tactically that I think makes that more interesting. But yeah, as I said, had very high expectations, and it hasn't disappointed me at all. I'm absolutely loving my time with this game. I've heard Skill Up had a few criticisms of the story, and I don't know if that doesn't have a payoff as you get into the late game. I'm only about 20 hours in. And I haven't finished chapter 1 yet, basically. So I've still got a long way to go in the game, and I don't know if the story doesn't continue. But I like the setup of the story. I really like the acting. Like, the world's absolutely beautiful. It's one of the best looking games I've ever seen. I don't think that's something to be underestimated. The mission structure, world structure, everything's great, and I'm just really enjoying my time with it. So
are you guys both playing it on PS5, PS5 Pro edition as opposed to PS5 Pro?
Yes.
Right. And how
I'm playing
does
it on a PS5 Pro.
Oh,
have
you?
Ooh.
Ooh, when did that turn
fancy.
up, Coleman?
A while ago.
Yeah, keep that quiet.
Yeah.
I did keep that quiet. Didn't want to admit I did it.
Yeah.
But I haven't
are you,
seen...
How's the buyer's remorse treating you? Is it going all right?
Considering how many games come out and are worse for playing on the PlayStation 5 Pro, are pretty high.
That's not good.
But when it works, boy, does it work.
Boy, does it work.
I will say, so yes, I have done both because I still have my PS5, and I wanted to check the...
Even fancier.
Well, I was going to give it to my nephew, and it turns out he doesn't want it. He wants a Nintendo Switch 2. So, screw Uncle Coleman, I guess.
Huh?
Free PS5.
Yeah, it's going to be a Blu-ray player for the office, probably. But anyway, yeah, so I have tried it on both. And one thing I was particularly impressed with, because the game, I didn't realize until a fair few hours of playing the game, it defaults at 30, so it can do quality mode. I didn't realize because it played so smoothly. And it wasn't until I was doing something and I went, "Is there there's something that's bugging me about the visuals, and but it's not making me motion sickness, so it can't be the frame rate." And I played around, and then it went to the it's got like a performance mode with the ray tracing for the PS5 only, Pro only. And I switched it onto that, and I went, "Oh, bloody hell, that's a frame rate. That really smoothened out all of a sudden." But it was in such a way that it looked so good playing it in 30 that I didn't mind playing it in 30, which must mean it's got a solid 30.
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't noticed anything that would make me go, "Oh, I wish I was playing this on a slightly superior machine." Like, it hasn't left me wanting at all. Like, the one thing that really impresses me is how quickly the fast travel system loads into the new level as well. Like, that's
what they call it, fast
instantaneous.
travel.
Yeah, but it's not always fast in
previous
previous games or previous console
That probably
generations.
is the biggest improvement of this generation, is the loading times.
Yeah.
Super sexy drive.
Yeah,
And-
when they work, they work.
Yeah.
Super sexy.
Also, like
Anyway.
the new mini game of the coin pushing thing. I don't know if you've tried that, Coleman, but I like that.
No, I haven't got to that. I will say with this
a very
one,
Tim thing to like, by the way.
Yeah.
pushing coins. I will say with the first game, I kind of had the problem of just it was too much stuff and it was overwhelming, and I tried to ignore it, and because I have this with some games like God of War. I was really desperate to get through God of War in preparation for Ragnarok, so I just mainlined the main quest and then did the odd bit aside every now and then, but just stuck straight through. Tried to do that with Ghost of Tsushima and just couldn't. I just something would go wrong with that plan. With this one, I want to do all the side content, and I'm just running for. I like everything will distract me, and I don't regret any of it. I'm just like I want the better weapons. I want the better armor, and before I get into this mission. So I do like that aspect of it.
Also, the voice acting's cool. You've got like a new musical instrument thing, the shimasei that you play, and that's really interesting.
Japanese
really
guitar, isn't it?
into the game.
No, Japanese banjo, mate.
Yeah,
Japanese banjo.
Yeah.
Rabbit.
George Formby of Japan, but yeah, like it kind of, when you play it, it also comes out of the controller, but the sound of that is really good. They've done a really good job of replicating that as well, and that was something I didn't expect to enjoy as much as I have. But yeah, as I said, really enjoying my time with the game overall. I really like it. So yeah,
solid recommend if you put down the £70 price tag. But I mean, I don't feel you should spend £70 on any video game, but if you are that inclined and you want to spend, if you are okay to put down £70, I think this is a worthwhile game to get. It is the AAA game. It is the big PlayStation game. You are going to be following paths and doing things that you don't particularly, if you're one of those people that complains about yellow climbing walls and paints and things, then
I hear they're grey this time around.
Yeah, None of that bothers me. I like this game. I like to have a balance of Hell Is Us, and I like to have a balance of Ghost of Yoti. This is a good game. I like it.
I also think it seems like it plays slightly harder than Ghost of Tsushima in terms of difficulty, and I quite like that. Like you seem a bit more prone to possibly dying, but you've got the sake that you can use to kind of balance that out a bit and stuff as well.
So get hammered.
Yeah, literally, it blurs the screen a bit for you as well. But
pain.
you get
drink through it.
You get spirit back, which you can then use to heal. So it kind of feeds into that. But yeah,
you get spirit back, literally and metaphorically.
Liquid spirit.
I like it. Very good.
I will say this scratches an itch that I've missed since early Assassin's Creed. You know that kind of feeling when you get really, really good at the countering in Assassin's Creed, and you just like you just have a mass of people surrounding you, and you're like, and counter, and stab, and counter, and stab, and counter, and it's just never ending. I've got to that point, and I'm sure harder enemies harder enemies do pop out every now and then. But for like your main grunts, I was like, I really like how smooth this counter system is. I'm enjoying this.
But also there's like the stuff that they had before that was still good, but the one-on-one battles that you have with harder enemies, that's excellent. They've also added in a whole kind of thing, and I don't know if you've got to this yet, but the kind of senseis that teach you your new weapons, and that's all done in the style of, kind of traditional Japanese, like sensei up on a mountain who's not trained anyone for ages and all that type of stuff. And then you do the whole training montages, and that's really well done in the game as well. I'm really liking that.
Does it all just boil down to sticking with the pointy end, though?
Like the one I think is particularly good is the first one so far, but you're training how to use dual katanas, so he's actually training you how to use your left hand, and so all the things you do with the bamboo strike, which is how you do other things in the game,
it's like it's someone else.
But they're all on the left hand side of the controller. Yeah, so like it's quite good. But yeah, there's just little things like that are nice little touches, so I really appreciate.
It's a really good game. It now means I've got 3 big open world games that I want to finish this year.
Better get cracking.
Yeah. Best get cracking.
Better get cracking.
Ghost of Yoti is available now on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro. It is $69.99. Go for a physical copy because then it's cheaper in most places.
You can also trade it in once you're done.
Well, I paid $60 for a physical copy, and I got £10 cash back.
Oh, nice.
See, I deliberately went digital because I know that I'm not going to trade this in, and I know that I want to have it on my console, so I have easy access to it. And anyway, yeah.
Nice.
I've seen your living room. The distance between where you keep games and where your PlayStation is not far.
No, it's so
in fact,
lazy,
it's
though.
That.
I mean, didn't we have this discussion back when kind of digital games first became a thing like the Xbox One? It's like, really? Are we that lazy that we can't? Turns out we are. Yeah. Turns out we absolutely are.
Can be.
Do you know what we need? We need the disc-changing technology to be brought back into modern-day consoles. I remember buying a hi-fi with like a 12-disc CD changer.
Yeah,
the disc changer. We need one of those. You can, PlayStation, you can sell us that externally. You'd be like, oh, there's a little add-on thing for you to.
I mean, Colton currently has 2 PlayStations, so he needs.
That would be a PlayStation Pro.
He needs an elaborate system to shuffle the discs between one another, just to verify that the Pro was a worthwhile purchase. Oh yeah, look at that! I got another 5 frames a second. Job done. 4 million quid well spent.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yes.
Tim.
Good. Ghost of Yoti.
Ghost of Yoti. Tim,
good.
you've been playing a game that's much easier to pronounce. You've been playing Silent Hill F.
No, I haven't.
No, that's me.
Coleman, you've been playing Silent Hill F. I thought you've also been playing it.
No, it's just me.
All right. You've been playing Silent Hill F. You love your scary games, ain't you, scary little monkey?
It's a Silent Hill game that usually that series tends to take place in America, kind of the more kind of Midwestern areas. And now, Dan, it's taken that Street Fighter 2 flight over the little mini map to Japan. Japan. yes. Silent Hill F.
At least could have gone to Mexico.
So I've never been like a huge fan of Silent Hill. I'm aware of it. I've seen clips of it and stuff. I know the memes. I know dog UFO invasion thing. You know, I know some of that stuff. I've seen some of the films. That's fine. Never been a massive fan of Silent Hill, but this one caught my eye just because it is so different and it's such a departure of the series. Well, I mean, sorry, it's a departure in style and setting of the series, but I just really wanted to try it out. It plays more like a Souls-like, but not as hard as a Souls-like, I would say.
Right.
But yeah, very different game. You play, I think this is set in the 1970s in Japan.
60s, 70s?
60s,
Yeah,
maybe.
let's go with 60s.
But you play as a young Japanese schoolgirl. She has 3 friends: the boy that she clearly fancies, the girl that clearly fancies the boy, and the wacky one. And then all of a sudden, the wacky one dies, and in a horrifically gruesome way.
No.
And fog has ascended upon the town, and you are in a nightmarish scenario where you are kind of juggling between this town that is in fog with these twisted, horrible looking like flesh puppet creatures coming after you.
Oh,
and
no
then,
one likes a flesh puppet.
Yeah, and then you're in like a weird
I
dimension
did that once with
you're
a pack
being
of bacon.
Yeah,
Sarah wouldn't speak to me for a week.
and then you're in a weird dimension being guided by a man in a fox mask.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, so
As you
Hang
do.
on. Let me just repeat that. What?
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
So
good. Just
yeah, you don't really find out what's going on until the end, and it's all explained. And I've heard a lot of people kind of complain about
was
the
it the
state of that.
groundskeeper all along?
Yeah, I've not reached the end, and it's because I'm waiting for some patching. Because as aforementioned, PlayStation 5 Pro, one of the features that they were advertising that console with was to go, hey, you know how you get to switch between like the beautiful graphics or the performance mode for the frame rate? The PlayStation 5 Pro, we want to get rid of that, and we'll just give you one mode, and it combines the two, and that's going to be available in supported games. And you will have beautiful looking games that play silky, buttery smooth. So in some cases, like with Silent Hill F, they take out your choice of modes and just go, it's got one mode, it's the PlayStation 5 Pro mode, and you are stuck with it. Because of that, there are problems. And the problems I've had is non-optional motion blur, which does not help with my motion sickness. Yeah. The frame rate's great. It's a good looking game. There's a weird glitch where all the background lighting, it just randomly flashes. And I mean, like in quick, like epilepsy inducing flashing.
That's not cool.
Yeah, it's not good. And I've put up with it for as long as I can now. And that is like 6 hours into the game. I've had to stop because it's not like it's doing it all the time. It's intermittent. But whenever you're in an outside area or in the weird dimension area, it's the background is flashing, and that's been a huge problem for me. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wait until that's patched out before I can carry on with the game. But I will say, for what I've played, it's a very, very good game. It's creepy. It's got that tone that you're looking for in a horror game. I'm not sure how that would fare to regular fans of the Silent Hill franchise, because again, not been the biggest fan of Silent Hill, but I've really enjoyed it for what it is. It's a fun game. It's a creepy game. It's kept me engaged. The puzzles are very, very tricky. Some of them like took me a while to work out. Some of them are like really stupidly easy and insulting when you get to the really, really hard ones. And you're like, this one's just telling me to match objects up to a picture. And then other times it's like, you've got to walk around this open area with a big demon pursuing you. And then you've got to figure out what the puzzle is on the back of a picture of a card, and then flip that round to find the right thing, and then coincide that with a key. But you've got to go around the whole level first to find all the areas to do it. It's like, why did you do that? And then on this bit, you just went, put that there. There you go. You did the puzzle. So
I have 2 questions, Mr. Coleman.
Yes.
with your fancy pants ways, why don't you just play it on your other PlayStation 5 if you had problems on your Pro?
So, excuse me, I'm just going to get the world's smallest violin out here. Where is it?
But secondly, and more sensibly, I've heard the combat's not great. Have you had any issues with that? Or
so, what a lot of people complaining about the combat is it's combat degradation is in this game. So,
weapon degradation.
your main, your main weapon is a steel pipe, and over time that pipe will just break, and you have to find more pipes. They seem to be everywhere.
Do you not get any other options than pipes? Or she just wants to stick with what she knows?
In the other dimension, there is a knife that you get that is unbreakable, but it's a low. That's only in one part of the game, not in the other part of the game. But also, a lot of the bad guys are quite grindy for attacks, but quite a few of them you can avoid. There's only certain ones you kind of get locked into fighting, but other ones you can kind of dodge and avoid and carry on, and there's not really much benefit to taking them down, so that's fine. I don't know.
So you just kind of really try to avoid the big bad rather than smacking around over the pipe.
I've been taking them all down because I've actually quite enjoyed the combat. I don't. I've not been one for the criticism of that, but I like it.
I like the idea of combat degradation, though, Coleman. Like, combat gets worse the more you play it.
Maybe, I don't know. I will say yes. Sorry, I didn't.
Generally, as time goes, I get worse at stuff now.
Well, that happens as well. That's old age, Dan.
Yes,
I didn't try this on PS5. Someone else at work actually, when I said about the problems, they went, "Oh, why didn't you just boot it up on the PlayStation 5?" I was like, I didn't think about that, and then since then I just haven't had the time to do it because Ghost of Yoti arrived, and I got really, really into it. But yeah, once that's patched out and I'm more sick of Ghost of Yoti, then I'll be back on Silent Hill F because I do enjoy it.
I'd just like to shout out, it's Froze. Froze is in the chat.
Oh, Froze.
Yes. Yeah, lovely.
Oh, you do.
And so it's unsurprisingly, he not only loves it when bad guys are grindy, he also says the more you grind on them, the faster you can finish them off. Thank you for
nice.
Thank you for that,
well,
Froze.
The faster they finish you off.
We have missed your incisive opinions. Thank you, sir.
Get to hear from Froze.
Big Red Barrel / sarcastic
I still
gamers
what his
past.
flavour of crayons is. Do let me know, Froze.
Yes. Come back, Froze. Yes. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. There you go. Yes, you guys do. Right. That is Silent Hill F. I kind of recommend it. Not on the PlayStation 5 Pro just yet. I assume. I mean, look up if these issues are on the other platforms. Like I haven't seen anything. Most people seem to be playing this on PC, but yeah, PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S out now. Also £70. I think that's overpriced. I would say that's a £50-60 game.
Well,
I'd say it's a £50 game
with 2 PlayStations right there.
I'll tell you what is a £50
yeah, to be fair, you've kind of set yourself up for this.
I was giving it to my nephew. He didn't want it, but I was going to give it to my nephew. I've got to see if I can find another nephew. If you've got a nephew who's been a very good boy this Christmas, let him know. I'll send him a PlayStation 5. Don't actually do that. That's not legally binding.
No, it's from your creepy Uncle Coleman.
What's next on the chopping block of games we done played? He says as he pulls up the videos.
We have got Frostpunk 2.
Okay, I will gloss over this a bit because it's a bit more relevant a couple of weeks ago.
Right, I was going to say...
Not casting aspersions, just it was. Right. But yeah, anyone does know it's a city builder set in a alternate history kind of Earth where, like, Victorian era-esque kind of steampunk setting where the whole world's been frozen over by, like, a big freezing event.
Frozen over by a
big freezing event. I can't remember what they actually call it in game, but yeah, it's
an ice age.
It's kind of. I guess it's but it's not what the hell they refer to it in the game. But basically, it is a city builder with a permanent kind of big bad threat that kind of wax and wanes in terms of how threatening it is to and how harsh the environment is to live in, because you go through like kind of colder period. Well, it's all cold, but sometimes it's even colder, and that kind of puts you back up and means you've got to use even more of your resources to heat your city and keep things going. But yeah, there's a really nice balance in game in terms of like, there's obviously like kind of resource management and stuff that you see in all these types of games, but there's also a whole thing about battling the environment, but then also balancing the different factions of people and keeping them happy and making them promises. And there's a whole kind of thing that centers around a kind of government sort of structure where you've got to persuade different factions to vote in the way that you want. So you make them certain promises, or you kind of just negotiate with them.
Eckstein Files will be released.
Yeah, so some of the factions will say, "Oh, we don't need to negotiate with you on this because we want this." Some of the factions won't negotiate with you because it's against their worldview and that type of stuff. And then the other ones are kind of on the fence, and you have to kind of make them promises of, "Oh, we'll develop this technology, or we'll bring this law into thing. If you help me vote on this law, then I'll propose another law." And kind of, it's
so
all
far
kind
sounds
of
thrilling. Can I just say,
a negogiation type thing.
I'm thrilled.
But it's really well done. It's a really well structured game. It's possibly more interesting than I'm making it sound by your two reactions. But yeah, like I really enjoyed my time with the game. It is difficult, especially because it doesn't necessarily do a very good job of explaining everything that's going wrong. Like, there's a good feedback and stuff, but
it's still cold out.
But there's good feedback, and there's lots of good like ways of looking at information. But what it doesn't do a good job of doing is saying, this is how you correct that problem.
Turn the heat
despite a reasonable tutorial system, it's hard to know sometimes, right, if this is an underperforming area, how do I make it stop underperforming and stuff like that. But yeah, like, other than that, I think it's a really decent game. It's definitely worth checking out. It's on Game Pass. It's been on PC Game Pass for a while. It's done a reasonable job of adapting itself to the Xbox controller. And a couple of weeks ago, it came to Game Pass in general, although maybe a few people have left Game Pass since. But yeah, like,
not Moneybags Coleman.
I especially think if you like city builders and the idea of a kind of, you know, constant threat appeals to you as well, then I think it's definitely worth checking out, especially if you've got access to it through Game Pass. It is a really well done game and really good. There's a few things that kind of, I think, let it down and could do with some tweaking, but overall it's a really interesting kind of premise and really, good game generally.
Okay. Well, that answers why I was going, Tim. Why now? Why this game's released in September 2024, but it's showing up on Game Pass? It doesn't make the sense. So,
well, it's it just got its console release.
Yes, and came on Game Pass at the same time. Basically. So it's been on PC for a bit, but
yeah. It's a strategy game. I'm assuming mouse and keyboard is the way to go, but that's does open you up for Xbox.
Sorry.
Well, Xbox has mouse and keyboard support. So it's a good fit for Game Pass. Do we have time for one more? Because I know we started late, but me and Dan both have hard outs today.
Thumb it in.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one we picking?
I reckon we go for Hell Is Us.
Hell Is Us. All right. Quick update on Hell Is Us from Tim.
Yeah, we go.
Some very nice person bought me a copy for my birthday.
Oh,
what a some money bag get.
Bald git. Mr. Moneybags with his multiple PlayStations.
Yep.
But thank you very much for doing so. I have enjoyed my time with it. Like, I got into it before I got into Ghost of Yotei, and I might have to come back to it afterwards. The one criticism I had is I got to a point, and I don't know where you are in the game now, Coleman, but I got to the point just after the village you get to where you're looking for your parents. And I'm
further.
Okay, I'm not sure where to go from there, so I might have to discuss with you at some point.
Find your parents,
because I don't want to go and look up stuff because I don't want to see spoilers and stuff, but at the same time...
Find your parents is in the title of the bloody mission.
Well,
Find your parents.
Yeah. But...
So...
Yeah.
Hell is Us. Coleman's tips and tricks of Hell is Us.
Yes.
Right,
Don't-
okay.
This cannot be a game that you're playing while you're playing other games. This needs to be your
Makes sense.
mainline game.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to play this
Why?
with a notepad beside you because
Right,
it's mentally demanding of you remembering stuff. So this
Yeah,
needs to be
right.
one. It's a open biome, not level area.
Okay.
So you go to different open areas, and then you travel around and you talk to NPCs, and you kind of piece together what you're meant to be doing. There's no HUD, there's no trails, there's no yellow paint, there's nothing. You got to work it out yourself. So this is you really need to be going back to this game and remembering what you last did. So I would
That
suggest
makes sense.
playing this as your main game and this as your main game and nothing else.
But like, it's really strong kind of level design, atmosphere. Like, I really kind of like that. I really like the combat. And yeah, again, a very good game that I enjoyed quite a lot. I think I will mainline Ghost of Yotei just to get through that, but I will definitely go back to this at some point and really enjoyed my time with it so far. So yeah, like, just to back up what you said about the game generally, it's very good. The puzzles are very good. It doesn't do any hand holding at all, really. But that's
Little bit at the start just because you have to
Yeah.
for tutorial's
Yeah, to
sake,
get
but then
through
once that's
tutorial's
over,
sake,
it's
yeah.
have at it.
Yeah, which, as I said, that's the only downer so far is, like, I really don't know where to go. But other than that, like, I think it's mainly a strength rather than a weakness in terms of bringing you to it and letting you work everything out. And it makes everything a bit more... it's not as easy to, like, pass through things and kind of work stuff out, but that's kind of its own strength in a way, of terms of just making the whole world seem a bit more mysterious. And like you say, you really need to involve yourself with it and dive in deep. But yeah, I really enjoyed it so far. So I think that's definitely one worth going back to.
I will say, when I looked into it, because I know that I think the publisher are Polish, but the developer is Canadian, and I really thought this was coming from some kind of Eastern European developer, because some of the influences of this game, it seems like someone who's come from a war-torn kind of
It's
like
not a
fallout
happy game,
from.
is it?
No.
Well, it seems to have influences of kind of the fallout of World War II, and that's why I thought it possibly came from a Polish developer.
Yeah.
And I was like, Canadian? What?
Yeah, it's actually surprising that that's the case. So yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, very very grim game, but enjoyable all the same. One of my games of the year this year so far, I think.
Ooh.
And one of the 3 open world games I have to beat this year.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it
What's
seems
your
to be
third?
quite a
Because
lot of
Ghost of
open world,
Yotei this. What's your third one? Because mine's about
Death Stranding 2.
Okay.
Death Stranding 2. I put so
Didn't
many
know.
hours
Right.
into Death Stranding 2, and I'm not even close to beating that game.
Wow.
Okay. I forgot that was even vaguely open world, but it is.
Oh, that is
Love it.
It's extremely open. Well, I still haven't played the original Death Stranding properly. I probably need to get into
You
that.
should do that.
I should
Yeah.
do that. I should do
There's
that.
a whole thing about pizza I've been wanting to talk about on this show, and you
All right,
stopped
okay.
me because you want to play it first.
Okay, all right. I'll do the thing. I will do the thing.
Okay.
Once I get out of Borderlands, I will do that.
Yes. Hell is Us. If you want to buy a copy for yourself or maybe a friend for his birthday, that is available now for $44.99 to $49.99 PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and I recommend it.
Mm-hmm. So that's it. We're just going to do what we done played this week because we're a little short for time because we started a little late.
Yes, I apologise. Work's calling me back already. So
Really?
yes,
God damn it.
I gotta hurry.
Alrighty. So we are going to wrap this sucker up, but not before we do a little bit of housekeeping. The first of which you should go to is bigredbarrel.dashery.com. That's DASHERY, or bigredbarrel.com/store to buy things with my face on it. Tim, show 'em my face. There we go. If you want teenage me on your chest,
I can do that.
Sounds a little bit wrong.
I can show them your face, Dan.
Show them. No.
Dan.
No.
Dad.
No.
Dan.
No.
Dan.
No.
Dan.
No. No. Moving on.
Dan,
Buy my
Dan,
face.
Dan.
Don't buy my face. There's my
There you
face.
go. There's your face.
There we go.
There's his
That is
face.
my face. There's my face. Tim, show them my face. Zoom in on that.
Yeah.
All right.
Does anyone
there
want
we go.
this?
What?
Hold on. Go, Tim. Go.
Go, Tim. Do it. Do it. BigRedBarrel.com/store. Buy my face.
Eating my dust. Eating my dust.
Buy my face. Tim, Tuesday is a Tuesday, and I understand one of the reasons why you're feeling so under the weather is that you finally gave in to people licking the left side of your face.
It's all your
they
fault,
stared
man.
longingly into your eyes and demanded
All
poor game
your
goodness.
fault.
Yes. So
Entirely
what's
your
happening
fault.
this week?
Tuesday is indeed a Tuesday, and each and every Tuesday we do an event called Tabletop Tuesday at the Loading Bar in Stoke Newington. Each Tuesday
Where?
we have a different feature game, apart from last week because I was ill and I couldn't get it there by any other means. So we didn't have a feature game. But other than that, every other Tuesday we have a feature game, and if you play that feature game that evening, you have a chance of winning a copy of the game at the end of the evening. Next week's game, as all of this month is Halloween themed, next week's game is a game called Final Girl. And we've got the core box set and two of the kind of things that feature into that. They're kind of played out like main features. One's a kind of, I think it's called Maple Lane. It's basically like Elm Street. And yeah, so they're kind of like all riffs off very popular horror movies. And we'll have two of those that you can play on the night, and then the winner will get to take away one copy of the core box and one copy of the movie that goes with it. And then the other one will stay at the bar for people to play from then on. If you want some more details, you can check the details on BigRedBarrel.com. On the right-hand side, there is a little thing for Tabletop Tuesdays. You whack on there and you'll get more details, or you can join the over 2,200 members on our meetup group. Search for Tabletop Tuesdays on meetup.com, or just come along to the Loading Bar in Stoke Newington this Tuesday and each and every Tuesday and win a game just by trying it out that night, quite possibly.
Loading Bar in
And-
Stoke Newington. Tabletop Tuesday at the Loading Bar in Stoke Newington this Tuesday. Go there for the Final Girl and possibly catching some kind of pathogens from Tim.
No,
And
because I didn't do that last week, so that I will be well enough for next week, so that won't be a problem.
And remember, as ever, make sure to stick your pinky in Tim's ear.
Definitely
Say,
don't do that.
Okay. Hello, waxy big boy. Hello. Say that to him.
Wouldn't
He
put your
loves it.
finger in my
He
ear.
loves
I
it.
don't even like putting my finger in my ear.
Do it.
And
Do it.
remember, the official slogan of Tabletop Tuesday at the Loading Bar in Stoke Newington.
You cannot resist the dicks.
That's
No,
right.
You can't. You can't.
Moving on.
Let's.
If you've enjoyed the show, you got weird taste, but we love you all the same. Be sure to go to BigRedBarrel.com. That is the website where we host this here show. Other content, stuff, things. Go there. There's been some cool stuff to go
things.
and check out. And things, like I said, stuff, things, BigRedBarrel.com. I may be nicking that from something. I can't remember. While you're there, go to our social medias. We've got buttons on BigRedBarrel.com, but you can basically find us everywhere at Big Red Barrel,
Buttons.
including...
Buttons. Yes.
Including our YouTube. Go to our YouTube, go to Big Red Barrel and subscribe. That would be nice. We like subscribes. And if you're watching this, then give it a like, give it a comment, do all that thing. And check out our Discord. Go there. We've got people to talk to. We've got rooms to chat in. We've got questions we can answer and all that stuff. But also, we give away Steam games. There's a whole section where you can do that. So pick some of those up and let us know when you've taken them, because I need to get rid of some Steam games. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
I need to get rid of some Steam games as well.
Yeah.
Curse you, Humble Bundle, giving me games I already own.
Oh, I've got to skip this month. I've already owned most of the games.
Oh,
Have you?
Yeah, I hate when
It's,
that
good,
happens.
it's actually a pretty good selection this month.
Humble Choice is great. If you don't have it, go play WW 2K25. That's out
It's-
on Humble Choice.
oh.
Officially better value than Game Pass.
No longer the best deal in gaming.
Nope.
This deal's getting worse by the second, or whatever. The parts. Yep. Lando. Can we go?
Yes, we can.
I've got
Let us
20
go.
messages I need to answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you all and all for coming along, tuning into the show, if that's indeed what you do. Massive shout out to Frawls, who I hope is still here. It's always lovely to see him crawl back in from the cold. Hope you're doing well, buddy. And thanks to everyone else who came along as per. So we'll hopefully be back next week, having to adult aside. But hopefully we will see you all very soon. So all that's left for us to do is to remind you that I have been Dan.
I might have been Tim.
I have been a tiny Japanese schoolgirl navigating the horrific horrors of Silent Hill F.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Flashing lights.
Yes, you have. So until next time, dear listeners, toodle bye.
I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Dan's a fantastic man.
And thing sucks. Cannot resist the dicks.
No.
Yes. I do like the beatings, though. You can, like, blast other people's balls.
Poke it out or put it back in.
Dan!
Hi.
Oh, I forget I have multiple pages of sounds.
Oh, really?
Just if, like,
Yeah,
12
Say
years
it
in,
ain't
you
so.
just
We've never
discovered it.
noticed.
I forget.
Oh, there's even more
Worst
audio dross
episode
that way.
ever.
Yeah.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's switch the outro for something different this week. That one. There we go. Cool.
Okay.
Sorry.
Good.
Saying things out loud.
Yep.
We're probably going to have to go, aren't we? Because
We've
Coleman's
gotta
got unreasonable
run.
people to deal with at the petrol
Yes.
station.
Let's throw all these comments. Ooh, spirit for spirit.
Goes hard from the
goes
start.
hard from the start. Caught me off guard.
It
Oh,
does
there's a
me
swear.
too.
Hey, you know what?
There's a swear.
Fuck.
Sarah.
Not
Sarah,
sure what
Sarah,
that
Sarah.
was in relation to, but hey.
By his face.
By his face.
Dan. Wait, hold on. Dan. Fuck.
Yep. And there is what letter is stoke a lone finger and whisper in his ear.
Whoa.
I love when the bad guys are grindy. Fuck. Finish the guys off. All right, that's fun. Yes,
Swears
let's
are funny.
go. Thank you for I
Alrighty.
cut all of this out in the finished episode. But thank you
Thank
for
you, Bob.
watching. We're going to go now. Sorry for a short one, but my work is unreasonable at times.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Stupid
Au revoir.
petrol station. Bye.